Welcome to City TV's Game of the Week from Leuzinger High School at whose house?
Lou House.
It's a big game with the Centennial Apaches coming in to attack the Leuzinger Olympians. Good evening, everybody. Along with Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers. And what a big game this is as far as playoff implications goes, with both teams tied at 5-3.
Both teams at 5-3. Somebody will be 5-4. Somebody else will be 6-3. The team that's 6-3 will earn third place in the Pioneer League, and that is a huge honor. 2 nights ago, they were both playing for first place. So what a difference 2 days make. But what it does is it guarantees either team a playoff spot.
Rashawn Haylock is back with us. Rashawn, welcome back to the fold. And the Apaches, what do they bring to the table? I know that Coach Borthwell isn't real happy about what happened at Centennial.
And nice to be back, partner. They're not happy at all about that. They squandered a 20-point lead. Revenge is the name of the game coming in here tonight for the Apaches. Of course, we know about Jonathan Gales and Sam Fajardo, both averaging a double-double. But Edward Macon, he's the guy that's going to have to be the steadying influence tonight against this heavy Leuzinger pressure.
All right, and on the side of the Olympians, they're just going to have to keep control of the ball and make their free throws, and that's pretty simple for the Olympians.
You're right, free throws and not turning the ball over. 2 nights ago, we saw that was a big issue. Coach Jones knows that. He's preaching to his guys. Here's the big thing for them tonight. They've got some extra help. They won't have Tyler Ridley, but Davion Crowder will be back, and he hasn't been on the floor in a couple of weeks, so that's huge for them.
All right, and Tamara Lata will be watching the Olympians. How are the Olympians feeling tonight?
They're feeling great tonight. As a matter of fact, tonight they were all gifted with the Jordan brands. Russell Westbrook gifted this team with Jordan brands, and we're hoping, and the coach said he's hoping that this team, that's a little motivation for them. They're coming in, it's senior night, and they have a chance to tie. If they win, if they tie this, they can, if they beat them, they can win third place. So they're coming in, and they're hoping that they can get this win tonight.
All right, senior night's always a big night, especially with Earth, Wind, and Fire and Maurice White playing in the background.
Oh, absolutely, and for all these kids, opportunity to have one chance to play, perhaps the last chance, we don't know until we get to the playoffs, but it's special for them, and as I always say, it's particularly special for their parents.
All right, we'll be back with senior night right after this.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Back here courtside with Rufus Washington, and senior night, as we said, coming off of the pregame show, is always special, and just about ready to get things underway. And not a real senior-laden team as we've had in the past, but still very special. The Spirit Squad has been introduced, and also I do believe the girls are coming out. There's the balls for the 4 seniors there, who will be in the starting lineup, by the way. And the Centennial Apaches are showing respect by not being out there, or maybe Coach Borthwell just doesn't want them to watch.
Could be. You never know the psychological edge that coaches try to achieve. But again, the key thing I think, as you say, is the fact that it's senior night. There are 4 seniors on the team, and we'll meet all of those in just a moment.
And as Tamara was saying in the pregame show, the Leuzinger Olympian basketball program has been blessed with the Air Jordan blessing, and you can see the logos on the floor and at the end of either part of the gymnasium, and that's all because of one Russell Westbrook.
Okay, well, and that's what I was wondering from the moment I heard it. Who bequeathed such blessings upon the school.
So they are watching from above, and hopefully the Leuzinger Olympians will be granted a sponsorship.
Because they've got a couple of Olympians now who have the capacity to do that.
That's right.
You got Dorrell Wright, who right now is playing in China, and even Miami, when his China contract expires, is looking at picking him up for the end of the season run. You got DeLon, his baby brother, who's up in Toronto.
That's right.
And he was a first-round draft choice, picked at number 20, I believe.
That's right. We were there.
We were there. And, of course, you got Russell. So there are a couple of guys who could, just throw some pocket change around.
That's right. Just say, come on over, guys, and go through the seat cushions. And here come the Olympians. And hugs all around. And very special. And one of the Spirit Squad, I believe that's the captain of the Spirit Squad, walking right in front of us with her mom and family. And because of the big melting pot culturally here in Lawndale, lots of lays as well.
Yep.
Good luck lays. And the family's still getting ready to help celebrate senior night here, but what a night it's going to be here for Pioneer basketball. There's Torrance at 7-2, North at 6-3, Leuzinger and Centennial at 5-4. Leuzinger holds the tiebreaker with a win already, and then there's West at 4-5 and South bringing up the 6th place spot at 0-9. But Leuzinger playing very well. They've won 5 out of their last 6, although they did lose their last game to North.
And that was one of those tough losses. Of course, the fans know we were here covering that game, and actually going into the fourth quarter, it was very much a ball game. The final score isn't indicative of actually how close it was until the Olympians just flat ran out of gas and didn't have many answers for the size that North was throwing at them.
Or the numbers.
Exactly. Which makes it, and Coach Morthwell mentioned that in the thing, and he was very accurate. He said, we can't run with them being Leuzinger.
Right.
Because that's what they do. And by the way, Leuzinger can't run with North.
That's right.
They
That's
probably
true.
shouldn't have done that. And I was like, well, yeah,
But yeah, the length of Centennial could be a problem for Leuzinger. You see Will Bloomfield. Maybe we'll see some more of him tonight as we're getting ready. So the coaching staff having some flowers back to hand out as well. So it's a very festive night tonight. And there's our PA announcer, G, back in the hizzy.
Yep.
And sitting next to him is athletic director Marlon Mendez, who answered your request to go to Ace Hardware and get a couple of light bulbs. So the possession arrow table is complete. He even bought, he said he even bought a board with an arrow on it.
Is that right? Well, ask and you shall receive.
Okay. So whose house? There you see Arturo Jones in his first year, 15-10. And Arturo Jones, I don't know if we can see him at center court holding a basketball with, probably looks like it's a signed basketball. There's G. But Coach Jones right at center court. Looks like it's an autographed ball. The first one is number 5, Christopher Williams, a 6-foot senior. And there's Davion Crowder, the 5'10 senior with his mom and grandma, coming towards center court now. as he's going to be presented with a basketball. After Arturo Jones and Chris Williams and Mom finish up. Well, that's nice.
Yep.
That's beautiful. Getting an autographed, team autographed ball for your soon to be filled up trophy case. And there's Davion Crowder and family. Grandma getting the tulips.
Yep. Number 2, DC. That's what you see on the back of their T-shirts.
That's it.
Again, Davion Crowder, one of the second of the 4 seniors being recognized here tonight.
And now that all the pictures are done for DC, number 11, a 6-foot senior, Kayvon Fair. Is that Kayvon's older sister there with the flowers on the far right or far left?
Well, it's not his sister on the far right.
Oh, come on.
Although she's back in the picture, I'm trying to she was out as the grandma of the other kid. Maybe she likes taking pictures.
Either that, maybe she's a stand-in grandma.
Okay.
There's Christopher Williams walking right in front of us. And boy, that ball is nice. Now, is that a tradition here?
Encased. No, well, you know, again, this
We've
is
seen
Coach
it before.
Jones's first year. This is Coach Jones's first year. And again, every coach that comes in wants to bring a sense of tradition to his program. And I think that this is a nice gesture. And as time goes on, these events will become even bigger during his tenure.
All right. So there's Kayvon Fair. I believe we have one more.
Yep. Not exactly being done with military precision. Yeah.
And our final senior is rushing over to the other side now.
To get in possession.
Well, even though he should have been on the varsity squad for quite a number of years, this is just his first year. Number 1, Terrell Williams, a 5'10" senior spark plug for these Leuzinger Olympians. Showing no signs of an injured leg right now, at least, but Coach Jones said he was still feeling the ill effects of that junk that's going around.
But he did say also, other than Tyler Ridley, everyone will be ready and available to play. And so that's, as I mentioned in the pregame, going to be very good for them because, as you mentioned, they're going to need every set of hands,
all
legs,
hands on
and
deck.
eyes that they can get against this very good Centennial team.
And there, ladies and gentlemen, is your 2015-2016 senior class from the basketball team, and congratulations to those ladies and gentlemen as well in the Spirit Squad.
And how about a tip of the hat to the Lawndale Lady Olympians for their big win tonight. Boy, they beat the Centennial Lady Apaches by over 40 points because the fourth quarter was a whole running clock the whole time. And we've talked about it before. That squad has come such a long way to be a playoff caliber team. And many of us who've been around here, I'm including the fans and from watching over here, to remember the years when it was a real struggle for the
boy.
Olympians to even put a girls basketball team on the floor.
That was tough to watch, but not this year. Both here and over at Lawndale, the girls programs have really flourished. So good luck to them in their playoff seedings. And there you see all 4 seniors: Terrell Williams, Christopher Williams, Kayvon Fair.
And see Adrian Galera over there doing a little camera work as if though he's interning on somebody's TV crew or something.
Well, he's a budding filmmaker. And Davion Crowder, the other senior. So 4 seniors on this year's squad. And yep. And Candy Van Hook and Coach Terry Autry's daughter in her final game here at Leuzinger, and she's looking to go on to a 4-year school as well. So lots of memories left behind, but boy, the future is so bright for a lot of these kids.
Oh, it absolutely is. And in just a few minutes.
And here come the Olympians, and there's a lot of them. So they'll be dressed in their white with the blue trim, and the Centennial Apaches will be dressed in their red with the black trim. And while we still have some time, why don't we take this time out and come back with the opening tip right after this on City TV.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Back here at Lou House, and just before the starting lineups, and always good to have Rashawn Halon back, that's for sure. He comes out for the special occasions.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth. That's how you know it's a special game when you see him here.
That's right. This little old us, we get everything. We take care of everything. The cooking, the cleaning.
There you go.
Rashawn just wears the clothes and
he gets a courtside seat.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, he's got his own chair sitting courtside.
And then we have to congratulate Rashawn. I don't think we had an opportunity to, but he got married over the summer. There he is, Rashawn Haylock. Probably getting a text from the wife saying, don't forget the bread and the milk.
And a year from now, it'll be where you at.
There's that beautiful ball there.
Yeah.
Arturo Jones. Or is that Jonesy's? That could be, yeah, probably is.
And what makes it even more special was that they were encased so that the players could keep them as a permanent memento of their Leuzinger basketball experience.
And not have their little brother or sister go out in the backyard or the driveway and scuff it up.
Exactly.
Like we used to do with Mickey Mantle autograph balls. Okay, maybe Don Drysdale.
But no, I know what you mean. I have an autograph, Doug Williams, who was quarterback of the Super Bowl winner Washington Redskins in 1983, I said 83, I should say 88, and that's encased. I mean, because there's just certain things you want to make sure that no one ever touches.
Absolutely.
And I got a Tommy Lasorda autograph baseball that's encased as well.
He gave me 2 on December 24th, 1988. I gave one to my brother for Christmas, and his dog reached up and snatched it out of his hands, and we never saw the thing again. And Tommy said, well, if you can't take care of the ball, I'm not going to give you another one.
Right.
So we're just about ready to get things underway. The Centennial Apaches at 16-9. 5-4, tied for 3rd place in the Pioneer League. They're 4-3 on the road, and they have lost 1. The head coach is George Borthwell. In his 2nd year, has been on campus with the coach the coaching squad since 1999. Number 1, Jaquil Ruffin, one of the captains and a point guard, a 5'9" senior. Number 5, Jalen Borthwell, a wing. He's also one of the captains, and he is a clone of his dad, George. Number 10, Jonathan Gales, another wing, a 6'5" senior, averaging almost 20 points a game. So he's a load at 6'5". Number 22, Samuel Fajardo, a small forward, another captain, a 6'5" senior. And another 6'5" senior, number 33, the center, Matthew Llanos. And he is a big person as well, averaging 6.2 points and 7 rebounds a game. And Mr. G getting things riled up here at Lou House for the Leuzinger Olympians. 15-10, overall 5-4, tied for third place with these Apaches in the Pioneer League. 4-2 at home, and they've lost one. Number 1 of the seniors, Terrell Williams. Number 2, another guard, 5'10" senior, Davion Crowder. Another senior guard at 6 feet, number 5, Christopher Williams, averaging 4.6 points a game. Davion's averaging 9.8, Terrell 10. And another guard, number 11, Kayvon Fair, a 6-foot senior, averaging about 8.4 points a game. And in the middle, it'll be number 23, the very talented junior, a 6'3" junior, averaging 12 points a game, Damani Washington.
The defending player of the game.
That's right.
And I'm sure we'll see the Tip of the Hat Award winner a little bit later. That's Anthony Hamilton from our last game. But this game already has, as we talked about, that type of playoff atmosphere for both teams, a whole lot at stake. Yeah, it's as a coach said, it's about bragging rights and a lot of other things. Coach Borthwell doesn't want to get into an up and down game with Leuzinger because he goes, that's not our strength. And by the same token, Coach Jones recognizes that, look, we've got to minimize our turnovers and not let these guys be in the game. Borthwell also mentioned the fact that in the last contest that Leuzinger won against them at Centennial, they, in fact, at one point were up by 20. And then a lot of things just started to happen, and the wheels kind of came off for his team, and they lost that game. So they're looking to avenge that defeat. They'd love nothing more than to do that right here on Leuzinger's home court.
Well, it looks like the blessings came true, the wishes came true. Are those Air Jordans that the Olympians are wearing?
I'm going to guess. I know they're Air Pretties, whatever they are, brother. It's nothing like having on a new pair of shoes.
That's right. So who's going to be our officials tonight?
Our officials for tonight, you're going to see him. You see him right there on your screen. That's Keith Gibbs. He'll be the referee, and working with Keith is Caleb Jones.
And the ball is tipped, and Kayvon Fair can't handle it, so it goes to Borthwell. Borthwell, now to Gales, and Borthwell gets it back.
Borthwell, of course, coach's son. You don't already know that.
Now Ruffin has it. He has a brother on the team, Shaquille. Borthwell drives around behind a screen from Llanos. Won't go down. Rebound is handled by Williams. Christopher Williams to Terrell. And now the Olympians are on the attack for the first time tonight. Chris Williams trying to go around Llanos, and he was tripped. It'll be out of bounds. First personal on Matthew. First team foul on the Apaches. So Keith Gibbs, before we get too far down the road here, Keith Gibbs really allowed us to televise the senior night festivities, as the shot is missed by Washington, and back comes the Apaches. As Tom Strickfaden and Marlon, the athletic director here, and Marlon Mendez, Keith Gibbs said, hey, this is about the kids. It's not about my rules here tonight. So thanks to Keith Gibbs for allowing us to bring those festivities to you.
Keith Gibbs also didn't have somewhere else to be.
So first personal on Damani Washington, first team foul, and that'll bring Jonathan Gales to the line in a scoreless contest about a minute in. And first one goes in for Jonathan. Jonathan, a 68% free throw shooter. And again, he's averaging almost 20 points a game and 11 rebounds a game. 2 for 2.
And that was 2 good-looking free throws, nothing but net.
And how important are those going to be in this game? As the Republican front runner says, huge. Chris Williams goes in the wing, kicks it back out to Crowder for 3, off the mark. Rebound taken by Llanos, the white kid in the middle. Borthwell hands it off to Ruffin. Ruffin down to Llanos, puts it up, no, gets his own rebound, slapped away. And can the Olympians get it? Yes, they do. Damani Washington to Terrell, cuts in from the left side, won't go down, rebound goes up, no. And finally taken out of the air by the Apaches, Fajardo. Still a 2-0 game, no field goals in this one. 6:10 left to go in the first quarter. Ruffin running the offense against Crowder. Fajardo outside to Borthwell for 3, got it. So his first field goal makes it 5-0 Apaches. Turnaround jumper by Washington, no. Rebound goes to Ruffin. Ball down under to Fajardo and 1. Second foul, I do believe.
No.
Is that going to be on Kayvon?
I think it's going to be on Kayvon Fair. We'll see right now. That's who was closest to the play. Right. And actually calls it on number 1. Well, no, he said that 1. I thought it was fair. He was close. I knew it wasn't Damani.
And Fajardo gets it and has 3 points. And timeout on the floor with 5:40 left to go in the first quarter. The Apaches are celebrating, and Arturo Jones is contemplating what the heck's going on. So give that foul to Fair.
For the moment, we will. And if we get a chance to see the replay of that last play, we certainly can tell then of that last Apache basket where the foul was called.
So it's 8-0. Let's watch it, Rufus.
Yep.
And Kayvon's the only one there.
Exactly. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Kayvon Fair. So we get a replay and we get it right.
Ask
Man.
and you shall receive.
How
The
wonderful that is.
4-time Star Award-winning crew, led by Tom Strickfadden. Coming down to 5:30 left to go in the first quarter. Leuzinger yet to break the goose egg on the scoreboard. Fair gets it to Christopher Williams against Borthwell. Now Crowder with it against the zone defense. Fair tries to shoot over it, won't go down. Rebound is off, and back comes Gales. Gales flying down the lane, won't go down as the rebound is off to Terrell Williams. Fair with it, tries to cut in, and he is fouled by Llanos. Second personal, third foul, and that's what Leuzinger is going to have to do to get through this length.
Well, Llanos is lucky because they gave the foul to number 1, and number 1 is Jarquil Ruffin. Because you're right, that would have been 2 on their big guy.
So Fair misses the first one. Kayvon, a 40% free throw shooter. Makes the second. And the goose egg is broken. Now they need some crooked numbers. Long pass, Fair tips it. It's stolen by Williams, and a foul committed by the Apaches.
And that's the second foul that's called on Jarquil Ruffin. So he picks up 2 fouls in a matter of about 6 seconds.
So he will be replaced by Edward Macon.
And it doesn't get any easier for the Olympians. We recall that Coach Borthwell said, hey, Edward Macon is one of my key guys. He can step up and do everything.
Washington lays it in with the left hand. So it's a 5-point game now at 8-3 with 4:45 left to go. Full court pressure by the Olympians. Gales has it, brings it across the line against Washington. What a talent this kid is. Ball is poked away from behind by Washington. It'll remain Centennial ball. 25 seconds left in their shot clock. Here comes Anthony Hamilton for fair. And the Apaches will counter. Coming out is Borthwell, and in the ball game is Tyree Coleman. Also in is Curtis Carter. In for Llanos.
Llanos, right.
Gales with a nice little hook shot. So he has 4 points. And it's 10-3. Three-pointer shot up by Crowder, put up by Crowder, won't go down. Gales with the rebound. Gales behind the back, triple team. Waits for everybody to go by. Now Macon with it. Over to Coleman. Or Coleman, excuse me. Yeah, it's Coleman. And a shot taken, but he traveled. Macon traveled. That's the second turnover on the Apaches. So taking a seat, I believe that's Davion Crowder. And in the game, back in the game is Fair with 4:03 left.
So Coach Jones trying to get to, right now it's regular rotation.
Pass down to Washington, didn't get the bounce. Looking for the offensive rebound. Fair has it, pokes it out to Terrell. Over to Damani, lays it in. 4 points for Damani. Cuts the lead in half. And here comes Macon going down the lane and will go to the line to shoot 2 on the block. I believe that's Christopher Williams with his first personal. It is.
I believe you're right, too.
Both teams with 3 fouls. Macon misses the first one. He's a 52% free throw shooter.
Well, we'll see if the percentages hold up right now, because this one should drop for him, and it does.
So he has a point, and it's a 6-point lead for the Apaches with 3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Bounce, and Terrell Williams goes up, but it's swatted out of bounds by Samuel Fajardo. 27 seconds on the shot clock. Well, Terrell was lucky to even get that pass. Washington with the inbound. And a 2-3 zone being shown by the Apaches. Williams to Fair. Down underneath along the baseline. Back out. Chris Williams wants a better look. And did he travel? Yes, he did, says Keith Gibbs. That's their first turnover.
And good ball movement by the Olympians, though. They were looking for the hole in the zone. They actually found it. Good decision by Damani Washington, who already has 1 foul, not to contest Fajardo on the play.
And Sam has 5 points. 13-5 is the score. Chris Williams loses the ball, and it's picked up. We had a travel on the other end by Macon. So turnover number 3 for the Apaches with 2:49 left. Out of the ball game is Fajardo. In is Derek Bell. So far, 9 Apaches have been on the warpath.
Exactly. And the Apaches again have the largest lead of the game at 8 points. They opened at 8-0, and now it's 13-5. But going to the line to shoot a pair is going to be Terrell Williams.
Chris Carter with his first personal, 4th team foul. Terrell going to the line, no points. 2:36 left to go in the first, and short. So one shot made there. And the rebound goes to Damani Washington. Terrell Williams with 1 point. 2:20 left to go in the first quarter. Ball is stolen away from Crowder by Macon. Underneath, nice pass along the baseline, and easy layup for Fajardo with 7 points in the quarter. But check that. That was number 23, Tyree Coleman. His first bucket. Crowder against Macon. That's not going to be fun for Davion all game long, and the ball is stripped away from Damani, but picked up by Crowder and taken away though by the Apaches, and Derek Bell, and layup try won't go down. Offensive rebound goes out of bounds. It'll be Leuzinger ball. But the Apaches are definitely getting the better of the Olympians right now with a 9-point lead.
Well, the Olympians appear to me that they still haven't settled into this game yet. Fortunately, we're only in the first quarter, and so there's still plenty of basketball time left for them to get settled down and start playing their game.
Christopher Williams back in the game. Has the ball, now gets it to Terrell Williams. Fair, trying to penetrate that defense somehow. Crowder shoots over it and gets a big three for Davion Crowder, and that cuts it to a 6-point game. Bell gets it across the timeline and over to Coleman. .50 seconds left to go in the first quarter. A three-point shot taken. It's an air ball, and I believe that's an over-the-top foul on
Chris Carter. That'll be his second foul.
15 foul already for the Apaches. So the Olympians better start to make those free throws, because they're going to have hopefully some opportunities coming here in the second quarter.
And that big three-pointer by Davion Crowder inspired Leuzinger on the defensive end.
Crowder looking towards Arturo Jones, and when he took his eye off the ball, Tyree Coleman knocked it out of bounds. So 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock for Leuzinger.
And coach telling him, you listen with your ears, not your eyes. You don't need to look at me, just hear me.
Yeah, because Crowder was lucky. Didn't get the ball stolen from him. Terrell loses the ball on the dribble and turns it over. 4 turnovers on Leuzinger. Coleman with it, going against Chris Williams, and around a Carter screen. Ball is tipped away by Davion Crowder, and it'll remain Apache ball. 10 seconds left on the first quarter clock. 10.2 to be exact.
So if you're losing it right now, you want to make a defensive stop here. You've got yourself back into the game. You don't want to give up an end of the quarter basket.
And a long shot. And Coach Borthwell's not real happy with the decision making of his Apaches. But the Leuzinger Olympians are lucky to get back within 6.
Well, I think it was that, and also something about the clock management, because he was directing his comments to the officials' table. To the score table, I should say.
So leading the way, 7 points. Check that, 5 points for Samuel Fajardo. 4 points for Jonathan Gale for the Apaches, and for Leuzinger, 4 points for Damani Washington. A 3-pointer by Davion Crowder. And then 2 free throws, 1 free throw made by Terrell Williams, and another free throw made by Kayvon Fair. So again, Leuzinger and Centennial knotted up at 5 and 4 in 3rd place in the Pioneer League. Both coming off losses. Centennial lost to Torrance, and Leuzinger coming off of a loss to North.
I'll get it later. Miss one basket in there somewhere.
Just underway in the 2nd quarter. Christopher Williams goes in and just a little bit too hard off the rim. Fair tried to get the rebound, but it comes down to Fajardo starting off the 2nd quarter. Gales with it.
And those baskets at the rim, finishing at the rim, was something Coach Jones talked about, and that's something they've got to do.
And the foul,
Wow.
who's it going to go on? Is it going to go on Terrell?
Yeah, that's going to go on Terrell.
Wow,
man.
that's a tough foul. So all he was there.
Right.
4th team foul.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a case for calling it a foul. You can also make a case for letting it go as incidental contact.
Yep, they were both going for the ball. It's just that Fajardo was up in the air. Borthwell goes for 3, puts it up in the air, just missed that one. Fair gets the rebound, and Leuzinger can cut deeper into this lead. Crowder gets rid of one man, steps in, and gets the long 2. He has 5 points. And it's a 4-point game. Fajardo with it. Gets it down to Llanos. Llanos had it tipped away by Fair. Now Borthwell passed up the 3. And Gales.
3-second violation against Centennial.
So Llanos having a cup of coffee in the lane.
Now, and this is, you know, a situation where I think Llanos has shown he's not exactly fleet of foot as well. I might try Will Bloomfield on the floor when Llanos is on the floor as well.
Might be a good idea, as Llanos is on the bench now. Taking over for him is Davion Harris, I believe, that's out there, number 12. Yep. Terrell Williams gets a screen from Anthony Hamilton back in the game for Arturo Jones. Nice pass underneath to Kayvon Fair, who was harassed from behind, no call, and a missed shot. Borthwell passes it down to Gales, and is that going to be a block or a player control?
Player control foul is going to go against Jonathan Gales, although Leuzinger was very slow in their transition defense getting back. So they were fortunate to have picked up that call, and that was Davion Crowder who stepped in to take the charge.
Good job by Davion. And that's 6 team fouls on the Apaches with 6:18 left to go in the quarter, in the half. Williams against Borthwell. Chris Williams. Now Fair against Shaquille Ruffin in the game for the first time, and pass is stolen by Fajardo. Crowder's back and tries to steal it away and does. 5 turnovers on each. Crowder wants to go coast to coast, stops, no. Rebound is off to Harris. Gales going against Terrell Williams and puts on the afterburners, but is stripped away out of bounds, and it remains Apache ball with 25 seconds left in their shot clock.
And Centennial walking the ball up on that possession, which is what their coach wants them to do, actually gave the Leuzinger defense an opportunity to get back and get set.
Jalen Borthwell, excuse me, out of the ball game for the Apaches. 3-point shot by Gales, rims off a line drive taken by Williams. Chris Williams comes back, goes for 3, just off the mark, and the rebound is taken out of the air by Shaquille Ruffin. Full court pressure by Lecky in the ball game. Bounce pass, Gales off of his foot, but is picked back up by Macon. Macon down the lane, nice pass. Fajardo blows the layup. Christopher Williams with it again. Leckie trying to drive baseline, but a blocking foul. It's going to go on Shaquille Ruffin. And that's going to be 1-and-1 time, bonus time for Leuzinger.
Next one, I believe. Well, no. Okay, now the clock changes and indicates that it's 1-1. Of course, I should know because you're already keeping up with it. That's 2, 3, 4. Yep.
So we've got a little line down there that keeps track of all this.
Gotcha. Hey.
Cameron Leckie in the ball game, looking for the first of 2 and gets the first one. A little bit of drama. Jaquil Ruffin replaces Shaquille Ruffin. So it's a 3-point game. And this one looks pretty. Now it's a 2-point game. 2 points for Cameron. Cameron, a junior. Now the ball is taken across by Macon to Fajardo for 3. That's going to be long. Washington doesn't get the rebound. And going to be a 2-shot foul there.
Called by the outside official. This is going to be big right here, Lou. Wow, he gives that one to Damani Washington. That's why I said it was going to be big, because we had to wait to see.
That is, because that's 2 on him. Now Jonathan Gales 2 for 2 from the line. Looking for the first points of the quarter. Anthony Hamilton comes in. Terrell Williams out. A little bit of, well, not Terrell. Here's Kayvon Fair, one of the seniors. And is that a lane violation?
Lane violation, so the shot won't count. Goes as a turnover as well.
So that's 6.
Well, wait a second. There was a foul.
So did the shot count?
Well,
we don't know
the
yet.
First one.
First one did.
The first one did.
So now Gibbs and Jones confer. Show us what you see, Rufus.
Well, only thing I saw was number 12. It was one of the lane guys, and we can check it. Looks like they may have called it on number 12.
Well, they did count the point, though.
Okay.
So 17-13 is the score. And first shot is missed by Anthony Hamilton on the 1-and-1.
And Davion Harris was out of bounds. We're going to assume that they gave that foul to Davion Harris. Official doing a little housekeeping, trying to get some of the sweat off the ball again. That's Caleb Jones working with Keith Gibbs.
The foul was on Fajardo. So that's the 8th team foul, first on there. And yeah, count the basket. So Rashawn Haylock playing stat guy for us too tonight. Thanks, Rashawn. As Rodrigo Saldana in the game has the ball tipped away but gets it back. Damani Washington underneath the basket, puts it up on the rebound. Actually, as Hamilton. Hamilton in the game missed twice from right under the basket. Gray. And a foul committed on Gray as he was running by.
Actually, not a bad foul by Leuzinger.
Cameron Leckie.
Because he was heading toward the rim. He had his eyes focused.
So Hamilton out of the game. Crowder back in. So that's 6 team fouls for Leuzinger. Jaquil Ruffin against Saldana. Now Fajardo inside the Gales on the mismatch against Crowder, lays it up and in. Wow. He just bowled his way in there, didn't he?
Yep. Well, he had the size advantage, though, over Davion Crowder. Back to a 6-point game. Turnover, Leuzinger.
Missed the layup, and Fajardo can't get it to go in, but he'll get 2 at the line. Going to call it on Terrell. Oh, that's Kayvon. That'll be his second personal, 7th team foul. Fajardo getting 2 at the line, misses the first one. And gets the second. So 6 points for Samuel. And a 7-point Apache lead. So right now, the height advantage for the Apaches is really bugging the Leuzinger Olympians. Lecky lets his man go by, and nice reverse layup by Cameron.
Big basket gets the Olympians back within 5 with 3:45 left.
He has 4 points all in this quarter. Jonathan Gales goes baseline and 1. Has a chance at the old-fashioned 3. Rodrigo Saldana with his first personal, 8th team foul. And Crowder back in the game, and timeout on the floor with 3:37 left to go in the first half. And there you see Derek Bell, medium 5.
An entertaining first half thus far, although if you're a Leuzinger Olympian fan, the team has been, playing uphill virtually the entire game. As close as they've been here in the second quarter, they actually got within a bucket at 13-15 with 5 minutes left in the period, and since then they've been outscored 7-2.
So 3:37 left to go in the half. And Jonathan Gales looking to convert his old-fashioned 3. 68% free throw shooter. Big guy also has 12 threes. Right down the middle. An even dozen for Jonathan Gales tonight, Rufus. So he has more than half of the Apache points. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. And Kalen Jones says it's Leuzinger ball. And Coach George Borthwell isn't too happy about that call.
But Kalen Jones says they had a better look at it, and I saw it being tipped. Good piece of officiating.
Christopher Williams walked halfway to the Hawthorne Airport.
Now coach decides to take a bit of a risk. He's going to bring Damani Washington back. Washington with 2 fouls already. We've got a lot of time left in the first half, but he understands how important Damani is right now, and they've got to keep this thing close.
Damani with dividends already, getting that rebound out, that pass to Williams with that beautiful little reverse layup. 3 points for Terrell.
Now, if you're Damani, this is where you got to play smart and just drop back on the defense, because you got to understand your value to your team. You don't want to take any unnecessary risks. So far, they're not hiding them in a zone. They're still going man for the most part.
Lecky out there as well for defense, and Gales for 3. No, Washington way up high for the rebound. 2:30 left to go in the half. Damani brings it across court. Lecky to Fair. Underneath to Washington, but a reach-in foul by Jaquil Ruffin. That'll be his 3rd.
And that's going to send Damani to the line and shoot the 1-and-1.
They see it there.
And that's Jaquil's 3rd foul. Of course, this is a deep Centennial team.
You're telling me. But and they gave up a 20-point lead to Leuzinger at home. This is count the roll call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Apaches have hit the floor. Might even put in one of the towel guys. That only leaves 4. Damani with the first one. Now has 5 points. He'll get a second one. Tried to get it within 4, but Gales with the rebound. Back come the Apaches in a hurry. And both Damani Washington and Edward Macon on the ground.
And Damani a little bit shaken up. And I think, one, he's going to have a couple problems here because that's also going to be his 3rd foul. And that was exactly what my concern was.
So a 2-shot foul on Damani Washington. No timeout. And Damani getting a talking to by one of the assistant coaches.
Well, that's one of those things you got to learn. You know, it's called game awareness. You got to recognize that, hey, I've got 3 fouls. My team needs me on the floor. The basket is worth a whole lot less than the foul.
Right.
Okay.
So it'll be Hamilton, Terrell Williams, Kayvon Fair, Davion Crowder, and Cameron Leckie out for Leuzinger. Arturo Jones tutoring Leckie. First foul shot goes in by Macon. He has 2 points now. Misses the second. Gales is there, puts it up. No. Rebound by Jonathan again. No. Rebound is taken by Jonathan Gales. Yes, 3 times.
And again, not a whole lot they could do. That's the absence of Damani Washington being on the floor. Of course, just having picked up the 3rd foul, they had absolutely no rebounding inside to defend the repeated offensive rebounds by Centennial.
By Jonathan Gales. He had all 3. As he puts it up and in. I guess they were fortunate not to get the and one against them. So 2:08 left to go in the half. A full timeout taken by Arturo Jones of Leuzinger. Centennial lost 42-39 to Torrance on Tuesday. And Leuzinger.
And you wonder how that happened.
No.
Not so much that they lost, but that they only put up 39 points.
Exactly. What type of defense does Torrance have?
Right.
Because they only scored 42. And then, of course, Leuzinger right here on Tuesday lost to North 81-66. To the thrill of Coach Dupron. Didn't get to see a meltdown. Pass is knocked away, but Leckie gets it with 1:56 left to go in the first half. Leckie over to, no, the ball is knocked away. Terrell Williams had it, but it's knocked away. 8 turnovers on Leuzinger with 1:49 left to go in the second half. Coleman brought it across the line. Gales, the bull in the china closet with the left hand, got it to go in. 16 points for Jonathan, all here in the first half. 28-18, 10-point lead.
We heard Coach Borthwell talk about his best player It's easy now to see who that was, and right now Centennial enjoying their largest lead of the game.
It's a loose ball foul.
Okay, we've got an intentional foul that's going to be called. It's a technical.
Technical foul. And it was called on Davion Harris. But I don't see Davion out there. He's on the bench. Or maybe,
Right.
I don't know. Okay, Kayvon Fair and number 20, Richard McMichael, are pushing and shoving each other.
Right.
Christopher Williams comes in for Kayvon Fair for Leuzinger.
Okay, well, I think the intent was what he called was a double foul.
Well, that's Kayvon Fair touching the ref. Was it on Kayvon?
Right, but they would have called a technical on that, and they would have shot. So it looks to me like his original intent was to call a double foul, which is what he did while there was no shooting.
Crowder loses the ball, picked up by Jonathan Gales. Gales, nice pass inside to Fajardo. He has 8 points. 1 minute left to go in the first half. It's a 12-point Centennial lead. Lecky back to Williams. Almost a travel. Christopher Williams with 17 on the shot clock, and Christopher Williams' shot wouldn't have counted anyway.
But he's going to go to the line to shoot two as they give the foul to Ed Macon.
That's his first personal 10th team foul. So if Kayvon was given a foul on that last play, that's 3 on him.
And I'm sure we'll find out at halftime, but I'm almost certain that that's what he called was a double foul.
And the free throw goes in for Chris Williams. His first point of the game. Makes that one with ease. Bring it back to a 10-point game. Full court pressure. Eased off by Leuzinger. Jonathan Gales with it with 38 seconds left. Leuzinger needs to catch a break as the offensive rebound goes to Chris Williams. Nice move by Chris, and he throws it out of bounds. As Joe Garagiola used to say, $1 million play and a 10-cent throw.
Yep. Did everything right except connect on the pass.
Google Joe Garagiola, youngsters. Here comes Jonathan Gale off the glass. No, tipped by Fajardo. Taken by McMichael. Yes, his first bucket of the game. Make that an even dozen Apaches out there. 7 seconds left. Crowder with it. Over to Lecky. Lecky, and the ball is stolen away with 1 second left underneath, and it won't count on the shot by Tyree Coleman to end the first half of play. 32-15 is the score. And Centennial with
actually
the lead.
20. The hole is deep enough as it is, but actually it's 20. It feels to them like they only got 15, that's for sure.
Okay, you're right. And the score in the half, in the quarter, was Apache 17-14 over Leuzinger. And waiting on to see if we have an interview. Looks like Coach Borthwell is going in to the locker room at halftime, and we're not going to have an interview, but Tamarata looks like she may have a hit with Arturo Jones. And Tamara, I'm sure we'll have some questions for Arturo.
Coach Jones, before the game, you talked about turnovers. I think the team had 15 turnovers in the first half. What are some things they need to do to eliminate the turnovers in the second half?
I don't know, because they're unforced turnovers. I don't have an answer for that. I'm sorry.
What your players are out here wearing a special kind of shoe tonight. What's the message behind this shoe tonight?
No, it's just Russell was looking out for the team and the school. But that's not important at all. The basketball game is important, and they're not playing very well right now.
What are some things that you say to your team right now to come out and grab the momentum back in the second half?
Just take care of the ball. Don't throw the ball to the other team. Right now, they're playing for Centennial right now. They're not playing for Leuzinger. And this has been the problem all league. So it's nothing new. It's just sad at this point.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, Tamara, thank you very much. And not pulling any punches is Arturo Jones.
Right, and gracious enough to, you could tell by the brevity of his comments, to provide an interview in a circumstance where, quite frankly, I'm sure he'd rather been doing something else. But again, as I said, very gracious on his part to have done that. And as you say, some of the stuff doesn't have an answer to it. You know?
Right.
I mean, you're throwing the ball to the guys in the wrong color jersey. Yeah, I'm not sure what you say except look at our color. You want to throw it to the guy who has the same color jersey on as you.
All right, and with that, we'll take a timeout and be back with some unofficial stats and the third quarter action. Pioneer action on City TV.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Back here at Lou House, halftime just about ending. 32-20 is our score. Centennial over Leuzinger. Let's go to Rashawn.
Over here with Samizi Luwaki, senior here at Leuzinger High School, member of the football team who's signed his national letter of intent to the University of Utah. Signing day was last week. You're going to Salt Lake City. Why did you decision to go to Salt Lake City?
I mean, people were right. It's about where you go and you feel more comfortable at and where it feels like more family. So I took multiple visits, and I believe that, and I know that Salt Lake City is where it belongs. So
USC tried to sneak in here at the last second, but you told them no. How hard was that to be able to turn down USC?
And just like any other kid would say, it was really hard to turn it down, honestly, because, you know, USC is USC. So, but I mean, I prayed and I fast and I just continue to believe in what I had to do with my Heavenly Father, and I believe that Utah is the best place for it, man.
Now, I know your older brothers took their mission right after high school. What are your plans?
I plan on going on my mission, so right after high school.
We appreciate you for taking the time, Samizi. Thanks so much. Future Utah, you guys.
All right, Rashawn Haylock, always getting the stars. Meanwhile, the Leuzinger Olympians have to figure out how to get into these Apache heads. They pretty much got them right where they want them, depending, like if it's last game.
Wow. And the Apache started off with a big basket to extend their halftime lead now out to 14.
Terrell Williams with a big scoop, looking like Tyus Edney with those outstretched hands. So, ball is tipped around, almost stolen for Hardo with it though, and makes an easy bucket from the free throw line. Seemingly easy. 36-22. So 36-22 is our score, and Christopher Williams with it. So yeah, it was a double foul situation that we saw as Anthony Hamilton goes up. He'll get 2 shots at the line. So Foul is on Janos. That's his third. First personal. Yep, banging into Anthony Hamilton. Hamilton with no points. Makes the first one, so he has a point, and Rufus. Kayvon Fair has 3 fouls, and Richard McMichael has 1 foul.
And just as importantly, Damani Washington has 3 fouls. And that's why coach has set him on the bench here to start the second half.
Hamilton makes
not as punishment, but simply to try to preserve his guys. And right now you've got Jonathan Gales in a situation of a man playing against boys.
Crowder's 3-pointer won't go down, and a loose ball foul. Borthwell commits the foul, and Jonathan Gales grabs Jalen to get him out of Keith Gibbs' ear. That's his first personal, second team foul.
And that's also a turnover.
So Chris Leckie throws the ball away right into the hands of Janos. That's 10 turnovers for them. And Ruffin brings it across the line. He has 3 fouls as well. Fajardo with it to Borthwell. Raises for 3 and got it. He has 6 points on 2 threes. Crowder down underneath to Chris Williams, and a travel. Here comes Will Bloomfield in for Cameron Leckie. So Jonathan Gales gets the inbound pass, looking for the holes in the Leuzinger defense. Pretty much walked it across. Borthwell gets it over to Gales. Down the side to Ruffin, lays it in. That looked too easy. And a timeout on the floor with 5:36 left in the third quarter.
5:36 left in the third, and a commanding 19-point lead right now being enjoyed by these Centennial Apaches in this third place Pioneer League game. And that certainly looks like Coach Brownlee across the way to me. Is he sitting over on the lower bleacher?
It kind of looks like it. And let's go to Rashawn.
And Lou and Rufus, all night long, the message has been the same on the Centennial sideline from Coach Borthwell. Don't let up. Continue to play defense. Continue to harass this Leuzinger team. So far, so good. And they've come out of the locker room spirited, trying to keep up that same type of energy, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Rashawn. Ball is inbounded. Terrell Williams and Christopher Williams walk across. Terrell with the ball, being guarded by Jalen Borthwell. Hamilton with it. Washington, or check that, Williams to Bloomfield, but
foul on Will Bloomfield.
an elbow. So another turnover, and first personal on Bloomfield, first team foul. 43-24 is our score. Apaches over Leuzinger with 5:19 left to go in the third quarter. Gales gets it back from Ruffin. He's on the run and loses the ball. Turned over to Washington. Damani turns it over, takes it to Terrell Williams, who'll get 2 at the line.
That foul goes against Gales. Gales, a very emotional player. That's his second foul. He's one of those guys that, again, I didn't know who Coach Borthwell was talking about when he said my best players were in foul trouble. But boy, it's easy to tell that Gales is his best player.
Absolutely. Well, the shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Pop works that time. And Terrell with 6 points. So pretty much in the same spot they were at Centennial, down by 18 with 5:06 left in the third. Seven points for the shimmy. So full court pressure shown by the Olympians. Borthwell passes it. There's Gales to pick it up. And the shot will not count. It would have, but 2 at the line. Is that Damani's? Nope.
No, that's going to be Will Bloomfield's foul. But that's okay. That you know.
That's why he's there.
He's got 5 of them to use. May as well let him use all 5.
Yep. Gales with the first one. When I saw he had 68% free throw shooting, I was, wow, that's pretty high for a high school.
Right.
At least in these parts. In and out. Anthony Hamilton with the rebound to Damani Washington. Washington. Baseball pass down to Bloomfield, puts it up and one. Will Bloomfield, and is that Llanos? I believe it is. And on Llanos, that's foul number 4. So that's another reason you got Will in there.
Exactly. Well, he's a space eater, and it's hard for any defender. Now you see Llanos going out. I know Coach probably will ride with him just a little bit longer, but right after this free throw, this will probably be the spot where I take him out, but he has made some contributions on the board.
Sure has. Almost breaks the backboard with that one, and Damani Washington with the rebound. Chris Williams finally sticks a fork in it. Hamilton to Washington. Wants to go around Fajardo. Can't because Gales was there.
A lot of contact on the ball handlers. A lot of contact on the ball handlers.
Chris
You
Williams
call it.
double
Wow.
dribbles. That's what the call is. Wasn't a call on the Apaches. It's a turnover on the double dribble.
Well, again, it's called freedom of movement. There's contact. That's a foul. That's a foul. Folks, I'm not complaining. I'm telling you a fact. That kind of ball, that kind of hands on the ball handler is a foul.
Full court pressure, beaten. Borthwell brings it across. Bloomfield sits down as Gale's coming up, and I wonder if that's going to be an intentional.
Now, good play on the ball.
It's on Hamilton.
And actually could have
Yeah,
gone the other way because Gale pushed off with the offhand.
Almost like a straight arm. So 19 points for Jonathan Gales. Makes the second, has an even 20. So he gets his season average. As Anthony Hamilton misses the bunny. Rebound to Gales. Gales sprints across the line, splits the defense, blocked away by Damani Washington and out of bounds. Nice play by the junior.
Clearly, as we start to look at next year, and not because the season's over, but it's not, but as we used to be able to do in years gone by here at Leuzinger, Damani Washington will be the undisputed floor leader of this team next year.
So the ball inbounded with 29 seconds left on the shot clock for Centennial. Way out in front. Flagged down by Ruffin. Jaquil Ruffin going against Hamilton. And the Gales, and do we have a charge?
Count. We got a player control foul.
And that was on Jaquil Ruffin. That's his fourth. coming in is Edward Macon for the Apaches, and Terrell Williams back in for Leuzinger. Team foul number 5. And there you saw the contact. Hamilton gets it back to Terrell. Now over to Crowder. Crowder out to Fair. Terrell looking for an opening in that defense. Hamilton shoots over it. He has 4 points and a 15-point Apache lead. Borthwell on the run. From the elbow, too long. Rebound is Gales. Gets his own rebound, puts it up. No, but he'll get 2 at the line.
He's going to get 2, and it's going to be the 4th foul on Damani Washington. That one's simple. You see on the replay here, he's got all on. Official has no choice but to call it. Again, one of those things that Damani will learn between now and next year is recognizing when you've got to concede the basket and save yourself from the foul, particularly when you're already in foul trouble.
Bloomfield in for Washington, probably for the remainder of the quarter. Gales makes the second with 22 points. Pass into Bloomfield is picked off easily by Gales. The 3-pointer shot put up won't go down. 15 turnovers on the Olympians. Crowder brings it back. Terrell Williams to Crowder. On the drive, gets around Fajardo, too hard, but there's a whistle. And will Terrell get 2 at the line?
Yep.
On Fajardo?
Yep.
His second, 16 foul. So Apaches are out of fouls, and the shimmy, the pop, no. Fajardo is out for the Apaches. Derek Bell back in. There you see Sam. Terrell Williams with 7 points. Can't get 2 there. Carter with the rebound for Centennial. 2:45 left to go in the third quarter. Double teamed on the pressure is Gales, but he gets it out to Coleman, and we're going the other way.
Yep. And Coach Borthwell is laughing because he said, yeah, the guy didn't even move. Yeah, that's what he's laughing at. He's like, how you gonna call a foul and the guy wasn't even affected?
So bonus time now for the Olympians. And is that going to be a 1-and-1 for Will?
Should be. No. It won't be because it's a player control foul. And you don't shoot on offensive fouls.
Will was in control.
Well, he definitely was. But let's talk about athletic director Marlon Mendez being in control after we brought to his attention.
Hey, wait a minute, brought to his attention?
Yeah.
You were about ready to turn into the Incredible Hulk.
Well, it's good to see that. Wow, that 3-pointer put up and in by Davion Crowder.
Yep, not only did he replace the light bulbs, but he got a board with a lighted arrow on it in case that one fails. Steal by Anthony Hamilton and a foul by Jonathan Gales. Third personal on him, 8th team foul. So Will Bloomfield doing a job again in the second half.
And Will has the potential to be a good player. You know, I would be stating the obvious if I didn't say, you know, he's got to do some work in the weight room. He's got to drop some pounds, you know, in order to be an effective player at this level. But he's a young guy. He's got time to do it. He's only a sophomore at 6'5". But somewhere along the way, you know, if he gets in condition, he's going to be a very, very good player.
6 points for Anthony Hamilton as he's 2 for 2 there. And the lead shrinks to 12 for the Apaches. Going around Will Bloomfield and making the bucket is Macon. And he has 4 points. Nice passing by the Olympians, and Terrell Williams loves that reverse layup.
Definitely does, and we've got ourselves a ball game.
Just quietly. Well, now we'll see what happens.
Travel call against Centennial.
After the steal on Davion Crowder, of course, turnover number 16.
And Lawndale, after being down by as many as 19 at 43-24, Leuzinger. They've got it down by 12 with a chance to cut it in the single digits with a 3-pointer.
Bloomfield spins and
wow,
makes.
Big Will!
I'm not surprised. A 10-point lead. Jonathan Gales. Ball almost came right over here. Fumbled out of bounds by Derek Bell. A huge turnover. And that's number 8 with 1:15 left to go in the third quarter. And let's see if Leuzinger with Will Bloomfield on the court can cut it down even more.
Every possession is so critical. This is what we talk about, turnovers.
Nice handoff on the pass to Hamilton. No foul called. Rebound by the Olympians. And Terrell Williams puts it up and in and one.
Let's see what they give the foul line. Fouls on 32. That's Chris Carter. That'll be his third.
9th team foul. So they can cut the lead to a half a dozen. And Terrell, with 11 points, can get an even dozen.
Well, I thought it was an and one.
It is.
Because the basket went.
That's 41 and 42.
Okay.
12 points
You gotta
now
work on your
for.
math. 7 isn't a half a dozen.
Who are you talking about?
Anyway,
Never mind. Okay, I got you. And a timeout on the floor with 50.5 left. I got you. My bad. And the Apaches call timeout, and Leuzinger crowd now. They're up on their feet. A full timeout taken by Centennial. So what about that?
Leuzinger has outscored these guys from at the 5:37 mark when it was 24-43, down by 19. They've outscored them 18-6. Okay, to cut it to a 7-point ball game with 50 seconds left in the third. DeMonte Washington on the bench, but the inspirational guy who's contributed to that, you got to give a lot of credit to Will Bloomfield.
That's right. All he does is come out and contribute, sits on the bench and waits for his number to be called. And number 14 is out there doing it again, averaging over 5 points a ball game. So in that run, the Rufus you were talking about, it's a 12-2 run put together by the Olympians. Inside of your was 18-6.
And this last minute, actually last 50 seconds, so critical. You want to keep, well. Okay.
So
now we've got some kind of confusion between the table and information that the officials need to have.
Was Coach Borthwell along with Edward Macon and Keith Gibbs. Coming into the shot, Kalen Jones. So MCG trying to rile up the Olympians.
Yep.
With 40 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 15 on the shot clock for the Apaches. Here comes Gales. Puts it up and no. Bloomfield with the rebound. Look out, Fair gets it to Williams. Williams from the right side puts it up. No, it would have counted, but he'll get 2 from the line.
And once again, Will Bloomfield with the defensive rebound and clogging up the middle.
Macon with the foul. There you see the replay. 10th team foul. And a block there on Terrell Williams. Misses that one, a big miss.
Because these are 2-shot fouls now. And so it should psychologically just a little bit easier because you don't have the pressure of make one in order to get one. You're going to get 2 no matter what.
Makes the second one off of the shimmy. 13, a baker's dozen for Terrell. And the ball is stolen by Anthony Hamilton. Has Terrell on his right, puts it up, and in!
And we've got ourselves a 4-point ball game with 13 seconds left here.
And now, with the ball is Tyree Coleman with 2 seconds left. Llanos for 3, looks good, 2 foul. But Leuzinger has cut into that lead down to 4 points going into the 4th quarter. I don't know where you're going. I'm going to stay right here and watch the end of this one. So Leuzinger ends on a 13-2 run.
They had a big 25-point quarter. They've got their crowd back into the game. They got big Will Bloomfield contributing. And they're only down by 4 as we take another look at that last play. There you see the steal by Hamilton. Gives it over to Terrell Williams. He lays it up and in.
I don't know, but he reminds me a lot. His shot reminds me a lot of the former Long Beach Poly, UCLA Bruin, and Boston Celtic, Tyus Edney, now one of the assistants over at UCLA. And let's go to Rashawn.
Hey guys, remember the old Aaron Rodgers, R-E-L-A-X, relax? That's what head coach George Borthwell is over on the Centennial sideline trying to get his team to do. Relax after being outscored 25-14 in that 3rd quarter. Remember, this is almost like the same situation that happened the first time these 2 teams met when Leuzinger was able to overcome a 20-point deficit to win the game.
And Will Bloomfield, Rashawn, with a half a dozen points. Terrell Williams had 13 points. Check that, 12 points in the 3rd quarter alone. 2-point ball game. Fajardo, no, he hasn't missed all night, it seems like. And now Williams can come down and take the lead.
Exactly.
The lead they haven't had ever in this ball game. Crowder with it. Hamilton comes out for the screen, but Crowder went the other way. Davion gets it back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bloomfield too far out of his zone. Passes it out to Terrell. Scoops, no. Rebound is tipped and taken by Jonathan Gales. Here comes the Bull. Off the mark and one. Davion Crowder with the foul.
Davion tried to draw it, and now he's going to get a technical. The official not liking at all Davion's reaction. So first of all, let's lay all this out for you. Gales is going to get the basket and a free throw. The foul was on Davion Crowder. So we got to look at that. By my count, that was his first, but he gets a technical, which is going to make it. He picks up 2 fouls on 1 trip.
And well, I hate to say it, Rufus, but all that hard work by Leuzinger could be put in the dumpster on that play. So 23 for Gales, gets a 3-point shot. And misses the technical, but he'll get another one.
He'll get another one, and they'll get the ball.
And misses the second technical.
Right.
So 6:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's now a 5-point game again. Here comes Damani Washington in for Davion. And Jalen Borthwell will inbound it right in front of us. And Will Bloomfield is still in the game. And why not?
And why not? You're right. He's contributing.
He's ever since he's come in, all they've done is taken over the game.
And they brought Damani Washington in now. He, of course, has 4 fouls. So we'll see exactly how Damani plays with the 4.
Gales with it. Gales is going to try to shoot it from anywhere. Off the glass, Bloomfield tips it right to Borthwell. Borthwell hands the ball off. Gales, did he step on the end line? Yes, he did. Stepped on the baseline. Turns the ball over. 11 on the Apaches. And now the Olympians have a chance to bite into that 5-point lead.
And Coach Borthwell calls a timeout. And I got to tell you, he's one of the more interesting father coaches coaching his son, because he's directly in his son's face. A lot of guys who coach their son, they go a little easy on him. You wouldn't be able to tell if you didn't know, looking at them, that was his own son he was riding. But his expectation is so high.
Probably bigger than the
because
regular
it's like,
guys.
So we talk about this all the time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know.
Bedtime stories.
Exactly.
And probably even granddad's house. But Jalen is George's mini-me.
He absolutely is. Well, there's definitely
You can't tell them
question
apart
about
there.
that.
All right, so 6:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Terrell Williams brings it across the line. Hamilton gives him a little bit of a screen. Now to Washington.
And that zone defense being employed. This is where they got to protect the ball.
15 seconds on the shot clock.
That's lots of time.
Washington gets it to Bloomfield. Bloomfield against Llanos, too hard off the glass. Bloomfield is on rebound, no. As Fair tries to get it, but Gales beats Hamilton to it.
Leuzinger with 16 fouls, so everybody's shooting free throws the rest of the way after the next Leuzinger foul.
Gales with it against the zone defense, 2-3 zone by the Olympians. Down on the baseline to Fajardo, he bangs it in. A dozen for Samuel. Terrell gets it to Gavon. Hamilton, and a push. So this will be a bonus time, 2-shot foul.
And Lou, Coach Jones certainly knows his players. I'm going to say this, you may have gotten as much out of Bloomfield for now as you certainly got more than you expected, okay?
Hamilton misses the first one badly. Crowder comes in for Bloomfield.
Saying that, and that's exactly what you have. Good piece of coaching by Coach Arturo Jones. We recognize that Will is just about spent. May see him again.
I hope so, but boy, he's the difference maker so far in this game, as he gets a nice hand coming off. Anthony makes the second one. He has 7 points. Ball is dished off, thrown away, actually through the hands of Fajardo off the pass from Tyree Coleman. A dozen turnovers.
Fajardo
And
it looked as though, I mean, that was like a football receiver. Man, he was ready to go, but he never had the ball.
Yep, looking at the basket before he was looking upfield. 4:45 left to go. Kevon Fair throws the ball away. Coleman with it, puts it up and in.
Turnover. That turnover leads to a basket that extends the lead to 8. That's a 4-point swing. Instead of getting it down to 4, instead it goes the other way to 8.
Fair for 3, short, rebound, tipped out of Gale's hands by Damani Washington. Kevon Fair will come out of the ball games. Christopher Williams will come in. I don't know if we even saw Chris the entire third quarter. I think we did for a little bit, but he didn't score any points. And somehow Fajardo gets by everybody, and a soft slam by Samuel for 14 points. And that is a timeout by Arturo Jones, looking straight down into the brain of Anthony Hamilton.
Well, they're kids, and sometimes you wonder, why'd you do that? You know.
He got loose, Fajardo did. Heard footsteps, so he went in for the easy layup. And the Leuzinger drum corps getting it done here tonight. Sometimes you don't even need an instrument.
Yep.
And those are the seniors on the Spirit squad with the red sashes and the green leis. So Leuzinger needs to get stuff going. There you saw the Borthwells, father and son, talking to each other. And Father George is really chewing on Jalen's ear.
But he gives him a hug and a pat on the chest, which signals you're still my son and I still love you.
Exactly. You know what, we're so lucky to have great coaches to talk to, as Damani Washington puts it up and in. That's his first bucket of the half.
Well, he's had to play with his hands in his pocket because he's been in foul trouble most of the night. And they're going to try to nurse him all the way to the end with these 4 fouls, but he's got to play smart, and let's see if he can do that.
Gales down to Janos, puts it up. He's fouled by Christopher Williams.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll see what Janos can do when he steps to the line.
Janos with no points is a 50% free throw shooter. Still within reach at 58-50, as there you saw the foul. Janos was too far under the basket anyway to make the bucket.
Well, see, your foul's already paid off.
Yep. Misses them both and tipped by Hamilton. Hamilton gets over Gales. Christopher Williams. Hamilton double team, back down to Chris. Chris trying to get his footing, passes it back to Kevon. Terrell now to Kevon for 3, looks good. Nope, short. Rebound by Hamilton. Nobody was pushed.
Inside. It's either Fajardo or Gales. Looks like it's Fajardo.
That's Fajardo's foul. And Hamilton makes the first one. Makes it a 7-point game. Again, free throws, very important.
An odd half dozen, but it is a 7-point game.
And nope, rebound to Gales. Full court pressure, and Gales comes back to get the ball. Janos back to Gales. 3:05 left to go in the fourth. Ruffin says, spread out, guys. Fajardo on the run across the line and now gets it to Gales. Almost lost the ball. 2-3 zone being shown with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Ruffin against Williams. Loses the ball, gets it back, has to take a shot. And as Williams called for the foul.
5 second count. No, 5 second count. The 5 count was that it means that the Leuzinger defense was right on top of it.
So Leuzinger can cut it down to 4. Uh-oh, we had a little baby come on the court. And good on the officials for noticing that.
Bad on the parent, bottom line, for allowing that. It's as simple as that.
And those kids can get away.
Wow.
And now Gales on the foul on Washington's shot from the free throw line.
But we see that all the time, Lou. We saw that during football season, where I saw a kid, a baby, on the sideline at a football game, which was absolutely inexcusable, and the same thing here.
Oh, remember the 2002 World Series and Barry Bonds' baby at home plate?
Yep.
So now it's a half a dozen by anybody's math. And Fajardo.
Wow, that's a travel. Okay.
With the travel, 14 turnovers on the Apaches. So now Leuzinger can cut it to 3. $15 turnovers on the Apaches. Christopher Williams gets the inbound on the mismatch with Fajardo.
A lot of time on the clock. That's a long 2. Here's the problem with that. All he did was take a long 2.
And that's a foul called, not a tie-up.
Okay, and foul given to Christopher Williams. DeMonte Washington there as well. He could have called.
Here comes Will Bloomfield back in for the final 2 minutes and 22 seconds. In for Anthony Hamilton. There you see the replay.
Who'd they call the foul on? Okay, yeah. They called it on Williams.
Actually, Chris had all ball underneath there. But this is the guy you don't want at the line, even though he missed a couple.
He missed the 2 technical free throws.
Makes the first one and has 24 points, Rufus. It's something Coach Borthwell said cracked up Kalen Jones. So Chris Williams out of the ball game, Hamilton back in. Gets a little more length out there. There you see Keith Gibbs.
Right. And what he's doing is going over and telling the bench, you cannot do that.
Oh,
the guys
drum guys.
Right.
So now Gibbs talking to Jones. Arturo getting his point across. Gales looking for 25. Olympians looking for a rebound. 25 it is.
60-52, 2:18 left. Coming down the backstretch, Leuzinger looking for one more push.
Terrell Williams knows how to push and get. He has 17 points on the night. Full court pressure by Fair and Williams. Taken by Carter, gives it off to Macon, and a timeout taken by Borthwell and the Apaches with 1:56 left to go in the fourth quarter. So it looks like we're going to get a new 4 in for the Apaches as they checked in. There you see the drum corps.
And of course, this is when they can play during during a dead ball situation.
So Anthony Hamilton contributing 2 points here in the quarter. Had a big quarter with 6 points, but Terrell Williams had the big third quarter with 12 points in that quarter.
Did we ever find out who this other video crew was?
Yes. They're from the Air Jordan Blessing crew.
So they're coming out to see if their money was put to good use? Is that what it is?
That's what I assume. But you know what that word means.
Right.
So Keith Gibbs will give Jalen Borthwell the ball. Standing right across the court from his dad.
And I think a great job of officiating by this crew, Keith Gibbs and Kalen Jones, in a high-pressure ball game with so much on the line for both teams.
Gales gets around Williams, and the shot won't go down. Rebound put up. No. Again, the rebound, and again, the Apaches get it for the third time with 1:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Now they're going to slow it down to Borthwell's liking.
And remember, as you watch this squad, this is a team, 6-point difference, that lost 3 guys who could have been here. Odionwu, Devin Newton, and Darren Williams. And that foul is going to go against Matthew Lianis. That should be his fourth.
That was a frustration foul, Rufus, because he just shot the ball with a left-handed hook shot and missed everything. That's 5 by my count on Big Matt. 6'5" senior, but okay. At any rate, Damani Washington at the line. Wow. Bloomfield out, Chris Williams in. There you see the line. Washington didn't even get the sweet roll off the rim. Gales with it, trying to put this one away. No. Terrell Williams pushes it up, and look out. Goes out of bounds. It should be Leuzinger ball. It is, after it was knocked out of bounds by Shaquille Ruffin on a good defensive play.
And that's one of those coaches knew that it was off his guy. But boy, you try every trick in the book, and they certainly tried to steal one there.
You mean a coach tries to do that?
Yep.
You gotta be kidding me. Terrell Williams tries to go in against Gales with the left hand on the reverse side, on the right hand. 19 points and a timeout taken by Arturo Jones makes it a 4-point game. 19 for Terrell.
Wow.
So it ain't over yet. It's a 2-possession game for the Olympians. Arturo Jones telling us guys what they need to do.
Pretty soon it's going to come down to whether or not Centennial can make free throws, because eventually Leuzinger's either got to force turnovers or foul in order to have a chance of getting the ball back and getting their own shots.
So glad you joined us on City TV. Another terrific ball game. This one in the Pioneer League. We've had a terrific time covering the Ocean and the Pioneer, as the full court pressure is beaten by Fajardo and the Pioneers, or check the Pioneers. How about the Apaches? The Pioneers were the victims of the Apaches. Gales and one. Jonathan with 27 points.
And you gotta make a choice. If you're gonna foul him, don't let him score. If you're gonna let him score, don't foul him.
So the foul on Chris Williams his fourth. 9th team foul.
So they dodge a bullet on that one, still down by 6.
Washington going up, and no, gets his own rebound, puts in the money.
Okay, now you've got to foul quickly. You don't have the luxury anymore.
And let's see who goes on, Chris or Damani.
Okay. And right
Chris
now,
needs to quit chirping at McMichael.
Because if I'm the official, I come over now.
And Gale's
Chris,
taking away McMichael's.
Right. But here's the point. That's all Chris Williams. I said it, and I said it clearly and loudly for instigating that, because that didn't have to happen. All right? There's a tough foul there. He's telling his coach, well, he elbowed me. He didn't elbow you. He extended his arm, pushing you away from him. Okay?
So that should be Chris's 5th foul.
And again, one of those things you got to learn, you got to do. You got to play under control. You got to keep your wits about you.
And McMichael misses the first one. Richard with 2 points. Saldana, and we haven't seen him too much tonight. He comes in for Damani Washington because he's got the 4 fouls.
Right, but only 18 seconds left. Unless you're playing for overtime and you're still 4 points away from that. Now 5.
Gales misses the easy one, and let's see who gets the foul. The jump ball. Anthony Hamilton and Jonathan Gales, and the possession arrow faces Centennial.
They want an over the back call.
So there you saw the replay. What did you think?
Well, I still think the officials got it right the first time. And let's see if we get another dead ball, we'll look at it. Once the ball's in the air, I mean, if you're taller than the guy underneath you, you can reach over him. That in and of itself does not constitute an over-the-back foul. We'll see if we get a quick second look at it. Yeah, there's no contact there that's illegal.
Well, coaches want that call, right?
Well, everybody wants it, but that's because they don't know the game from an officiating point of view.
Kayvon Fair commits the foul with his 4th. 12.7 seconds left to go. There you see it. A 2-possession game for Leuzinger.
If more fans understood officiating, the crowds would be a lot quieter. Most of their yapping is at the officials.
So 28 points for Jonathan Gales tonight. Make it 29. And now a timeout called by George Borthwell. .29 points for Jonathan Gales. He is a monster.
He certainly has been. And what we see now, while Coach Borthwell was talking about how the last game was affected, what we want to see now is to see a good, positive conclusion to the ball game, win, lose, or draw, and an exhibition of sportsmanship, not just by the players, but the fans as well.
That's right. Good, enthusiastic fans on both sides of the arena, or the gym, I should say. .7 left. Williams trying to get past the full court pressure. They do, but Saldana can't hang on to the pass inbounds from Crowder. So now we'll see if Leuzinger will foul.
And that'll
Gales
do it.
gets
That's
by.
the ball game.
2 seconds, 1, and the final score is 64-58 in favor of Centennial. .19 points in the quarter for, I'll check that. I got that all wrong there. But at any rate, a terrific game put together by the Apaches, and the Leuzinger Olympians just couldn't stop them. They got close.
They got close a couple times. A very entertaining, very well-played game. Leuzinger comes up short. Now they'll have to seek an at-large bid, but they put on a show for their fans and their team. And boy, they came from 19 down to get to within 4, actually 2, at 47-49, but could never quite get over the hump.
That's right. And senior night is in the books.
Senior night is in the book. Rayshawn trying to get a couple of interviews showing some folks in our crew how it's done. He goes to find who he wants, grabs him, looks for a camera guy. So let us know when Rayshawn's ready. All right, is Rayshawn ready then? All right, let's go over to Rayshawn Haylock.
Guys, I'm over here with head coach George Borthwell and John Gales. First, you, coach. It almost looked like deja vu.
Absolutely.
You had that big lead in the third quarter. They came back. I heard you telling your guys relax. How were they able to relax?
Well, I think the first game we lost our cool. I think I told you guys that earlier, including myself. And I think anytime you're coaching, it's always about lessons. You know what I mean? I try to teach my guys lessons, and I learned the lesson. I have to be the leader. I got to be under control. When I'm under control, I can control them. So once I started, seeing it slip away, called a couple of timeouts, and I wanted to make sure I got him the ball. You know what I mean? He was doing too much, and he was getting tired. So, it wasn't his fault. He was just getting tired. You know what I mean? A couple of mistakes. But we got the other guys back in there. I normally like to have Ruffin in so he doesn't have to handle it as much, but Ruffin was in foul trouble, so we was trying to skate by with that. But this dude carried us through tonight, man. Big time, big time.
We're talking about Jonathan. One word that comes to mind is relentless. He was doing everything tonight. You said he might have done too much, but for him to be able to have all this responsibility, what does that say about him?
Well, I've been trying to tell him that he doesn't realize how good he is, right? And the other night after senior night, I told him, from now on, that's it. So if he's gonna go out, go out. You know what I mean? We have a chance to do something special with this kid because he's really, really good. But it's getting him to believe that he can go out and do what he did tonight. And if he can do that, we got a chance to play a couple more games in the playoffs.
And Jonathan, I also saw you leading here on the sideline during timeouts. What message were you trying to relay to your teammates as things started to unravel here in the second half?
I just wanted to let my teammates know to be consistent and not stop fighting. We were in the game the whole time. We were really on them. We kept it going, and we stayed consistent on defense. We locked in, we got focused, and we got the job done.
Nice job, fellas. Appreciate the time tonight. Guys, Centennial comes in here and spoils senior night for the Leuzinger Olympians.
All right, thank you very much, Rashawn Haylock, and a good talk there with Coach George Borthwell and Jonathan Gales, who had 29 points on the night and also played a terrific game on defense as well for the Centennial Apaches, who take this game 64-58. The Centennial Apaches improved to 17-9 overall, 6-4 in the Pioneer League, and now they're 5-3 on the road. And for the Leuzinger Olympians, they're now 15-11, 5-5 in the Pioneer League, and 4-3 at home, and have lost 2 in a row. The Apaches have a mini 2-game win streak in the final game of the Pioneer League season here in 2016.
Well, they certainly do. Leuzinger, of course, as you mentioned, playing the two of the better teams in the league at the end of the season. North, as we mentioned, on Tuesday night, and of course tonight against Centennial. But things still look good for them. It was a tough loss at home, but boy, they showed a lot of heart, and their fans have to be proud of the way they played from top to bottom, even though they came up short. And give Centennial a lot of credit, as our coach was saying. They stayed under control. They didn't crack when they lost virtually all of that 19-point lead down to just a bucket. And they held firm, and of course they get out of here tonight with third place in the Pioneer League and a guaranteed playoff spot. And Leuzinger, very likely, if you're a betting person, put money on it, that they'll get an at-large bid.
So you will be at CIF headquarters?
I'd like to say yes, but yeah. But I'll be watching because it's now all online anyway.
All right, well, the final score again, 64-58. And Rufus and I have some head scratching to do to figure out who the player of the game and the tip of the hat are. So why don't we take this time out on City TV.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
All right, back here at Lou House, 64-58 the final score, and let's go over some scoring real quick, shall we? 19 points for Terrell Williams, 8 for Davion Crowder, and Christopher Williams with 2 points. 1 point for Kayvon Fair, 6 points for Will Bloomfield, 8 for Anthony Hamilton, 10 for Damani Washington, and 4 for Cameron Leckie. For the victorious Apaches, 2 for Jaquil Ruffin, 4 for Edward Macon, 6 for Jalen Borthwell, 29 for Jonathan Gales, 2 for Richard McMichael, 14 for Samuel Fajardo, and 2 for Tyree Coleman, and no points for Matthew Llanos. And now it's time for our player of the game. Well, one of the seniors for the Leuzinger Olympians, and this has been his only year on the varsity squad, and Terrell Williams is our player of the game with 19 points. So congratulations to Terrell. Now it's time for our player of the game, or our tip of the hat award.
Well, and again, I second your motion on Terrell. I mean, just an excellent choice. Tip of the hat goes to 2 folks, if you will. Actually 5 people. I don't know if we ever had 5 people win tip of the hat, okay? So first it goes to the 4 seniors on this year's squad because it was senior night.
That's right.
That was number 1, Terrell Williams, Davion Crowder, who had a big game, Christopher Williams, along with Kayvon Fair. Those 4 young men really during the course of this season distinguished themselves as seniors, and because this was their special night, we want to give them an honor as a tip of the hat award winner. Joining them is number 14, Will Bloomfield.
All right.
Will came off the bench.
Will
really,
the thrill.
Exactly. When they needed him, and he contributed, okay?
That's
you
right.
know, Will contributed mightily. That kept him in the game in that third period when Damani Washington was on the bench in foul trouble, and they had to go to him. And I was just impressed with the way Will responded. He got baskets. He clogged up the lane. He made free throws. He did a little bit of everything. So senior class and Will Bloomfield, you are the tip of the hat award winners tonight. You know, there you see it.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Another from the Bailey collection.
Look at that.
So
it's a beautiful hat there.
Again, congrats to both, and congrats, as you said, to Terrell Williams for being the player of the game.
And also congratulations to the Lady Olympians who defeated the Apaches 52-18, we believe the score was, and all the seniors on that squad, as well as the seniors on the Spirit squad and in the band as well. So, and every senior here at Lou House. Whose house?
Lou House. Now that's a poor man's imitation of what G does.
That's it. So what about any at-large bid possibilities for, say, Lawndale? Leuzinger?
Lawndale's real iffy, quite frankly. Okay. I think that Leuzinger is definitely in. As I said, they're in the 49 team Division 3, and they were coming in tonight's contest, the number 16 seeded team in that division.
Okay.
So they're a virtual lock to get an at-large bid. They have to go through the paperwork, and to do that, and Coach Jones had already indicated that they would. So I think their fans can certainly expect to see them playing next week. Where? They don't know. But Coach said he wanted the best team in the division, which was Rancho Mirage, because he doesn't think they're for real.
Okay. All right.
And he also said, in his estimation, that they were the number 6 team. So that's very interesting. So we'll see exactly how far the Losing Olympians get in their playoff run.
All right, and we will let you know once we find out as well. Once again, the final score from Olympian Gymnasium on the campus of
Lou House.
The Centennial Apaches, 64-58 over the Leuzinger Olympians. For Rufus Washington, Rashawn Haylock in a surprise return engagement, and Tamara Latza and Tom Strickfaden orchestrating the terrific 4-time Star Award winning City TV sports crew. I'm Lou Stowers telling you once again, so long.